Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky.
Oh, shit. What? Who? What? When? Where? What's happening? What is going on today?
Are we live? We're fucking.
Yes.
Welcome. Greetings and salutations to another wonderful episode of Kinkazoid, the show where it's very proper. Sorry, I had the wrong energy for the wrong show. And we in this thing now. I didn't get a chance to tell y'all we in this thing, bro. But still, nonetheless. You know who I am, if you will, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at the screen real quick. Dude, that's going to be fixed, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Royal. No tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Chase C. Hayes. No matter how you say it, long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Technically, I'm Hubducer right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hubducer is Hubducing.
Yes.
All right.
Hubducer ain't feeling. He ain't got his voice at the moment either.
That's cool, man. We understand. Right. You gotta do what you gotta do, but regardless, we appreciate you coming through, wanting to come through and getting us right. We got a great show as always lined up for you, and as always, we are back, not back. We're asking you to make sure you like the video on the various platforms that you're watching it, subscribe to whatever platform that is, and drop some likes throughout the show to help us grow so we can make some money out of this thing. So let's start off with our. Are you ready for the toy? Or you want to do the position?
You do the position first, and then we'll go into the toy because I love you, but it's going to traumatize you a little teeny tiny bit.
This whole episode is going to traumatize me. I'm already ready. It is. I'm not getting traumatized.
It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be bad. Go ahead.
The position of the week is, as you can tell by the name of the episode, is milking. So I have to go off on a little diatribe here because in searching for a position that is specifically beneficial to men who enjoy being milked, and if you don't know what milking is, that is where somebody takes a male partner and they either around or inside the anal cavity or the gooch or whatever you want to call it, they're massaging the prostate to the point of
let's just call it prostate play because there is an entire kink revolving prostate play.
Yes. And before we start, I have to say this so nobody comes at me in my DMs or in the comments. I am not yucking somebody else's yum. If you enjoy this, that is your thing. That is your thing. No, not putting it down, not saying it's bad or anything like that. But I have to say this: in searching for a position, you see these two with the four. That was the only thing I could put on YouTube because my algorithm for my YouTube and Google searches now, not YouTube, but Google searches now.
I love you. That's all I'm gonna say. listen. It's all in the name of research. Okay, so don't give me that.
Melting. All I got this, I have never seen. I was once a teenage boy who had to go into the gym and get into the shower and wash myself amongst other young men. I have never seen this much pain in my life. And I watched porn avidly. I watched porn. I've never seen this much pain in my life. I don't ever want to go back to this. This will be the last. Next time y'all do this, have somebody else on this episode. Because you know what? I don't want to, or have somebody else look for the position. Because goddamn it, I gotta look up lesbian porn now because I typed in freak.
I'm sorry. You sound thoroughly traumatized. I'm so sorry.
I just want to curl up into a ball now. But yeah, those are positions. So basically,
we are just all we're doing is providing information for people who may or may not like prostate play. That's it.
I'm not against the providing of the information. What I'm against is my damn algorithm turning into Chippendales. And it's like, yo, we got Boris Kojo and Morris Chestnut over here milking each other. What's going on? Yeah, that's it. But the four positions: either bend over, get in the cradle, start praying with your feet, or grab a pillow. That's the positions. That's what you got there. Because there's nothing else I could describe here that would show that appropriately for YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. But yeah, so that's what I came across. That is the pain that I'm going through for you guys. Love you, and now I'm gonna drink. All right.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna move on to the position of the week. I'm sorry, not position, but toy of the week.
No more positions.
No more positions. You done with positions now?
In the Thai circuit, that curling into a ball is basically a milking position.
I said fetal position. What else do you want from me?
It's okay. It's okay, Trey. Okay, so moving on to the toy of the week. So since we were talking about milking the man cow, I once again looked for the best toys to help with prostate play. And I came across this wonderful site by the name of Giddy. It's GIDDI. It's mygiddy.com if anybody wants to visit the site. And I'll also post a link in our kinky link. Um, but I came across this great massager. It is called the Tomo 2 Come Hither prostate massager. So you'll see the design up on our screen. So again, this comes with a remote so you or your partner can have control over control over the
Uh,
prostate massager. Um Now, again, this is called the come hither massager for a reason because it makes the come hither motion while it is inside of you.
They had a great opportunity to market this, and they should have called it the motherfucking Atari 64, because all I see is this shit right here. That's all I think is that shit right here. I'm
but she
playing
said the
Pac-Man.
thing moves like this.
It moves like this
Anybody's fingers
inside.
got a crook in it like that. Oh boy.
Okay, so here's what the website has to say. It says, "Meet our award-winning Come Hither prostate massager, Tomo. Now with a wireless remote control, experience mind-blowing hands-free orgasms and the wellness benefits of prostate massage with our easy-to-use premium prostate toy. Tomo's perfectly contoured shape is designed to fit snugly inside you, providing a satisfying feeling of fullness." The come hither motion strokes your P spot with the perfect amount of pressure and stimulation, while the external head massages your perineum with 9 powerful modes of intense vibrations. A tapered head and slim shaft make Tomo easy to insert and great for rookies as well as advanced users. So this retails for about $140. It's $139.99. And they accept Sezzle. So 4 interest-free payments of $35, and this toy could be yours.
About 50.
Mhm.
About 50. Okay.
40. About 40.
Plus tax and shipping.
About
True.
50.
Yeah, true.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, and it has 3 come hither speeds. Good to know. So 9
That thing
vibrations.
moves.
And it can move slow, fast, medium, however you like
So
it.
it's
Just
like either like,
Thinker
hey,
is just
come here.
getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter as we have this conversation.
it's also waterproof. So, easy cleanup and proper
Better
hygiene.
be. I
Shower
wouldn't
time,
want nothing
fun,
like.
all that great stuff.
Shower time.
So, what do you guys think?
I think that it's going to be a great toy for people who enjoy that. It does. So, all right, all jokes and giggles aside, it is, I guess, ridged for his pleasure. So I
Mhm,
assume that someone who enjoys that would benefit from it, because I've never experienced it myself. It's not something I'm necessarily interested in, but
mhm,
I assume, I don't know why it has the crook, because the crook at the bottom. So you got the top half, and you got the
mhm.
crook at the bottom. So what, we ain't got no clip. So what's the hell is that for? Is that just to
Your
hold on to
taint.
us while you doing your thing?
It's
Or
for
Your
your
taint.
perineum, the taint.
okay, all right. I mean, hey, do what you got to do.
Mm, Yeah. I mean, if they're not, listen. So, Hubducer does not enjoy that type of thing, but if he did, this would probably be something that I would buy.
Put a one in the comments if you like this. I'm just saying, like, so we know if you enjoy this type of play. No judgment. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody, because I'm just, it's me. You should know this by now. Don't fuck with my ass, literally or figuratively. But yeah, if
So
you
you,
like it, do what you gotta do.
so you never had anyone try?
I've had people try.
Like a
Uh,
finger, nothing.
I, I've had an ex try. Unfortunately, she was definitely into the fact that I am sizey back there, and she thought that that's, it's one thing to grab while I'm doing my thing, but her fingers always kept trying to creep and creep and hey, stop, don't do. Or she performing, she's playing with, she playing the trombone, and she's doing
Mhm.
her thing, and then she's cupping, but she start creeping and hey, all right, look, we need to have a conversation. Stop that. But that's my personal experience.
Mm.
Same ex. Anyway.
I mean,
Mhm.
okay, so here's the thing, right? So just like y'all creep around that area every now and again, and it could just be like a finger or something like that. Sometimes we might want to creep around it too, especially because we know that the prostate is one of the places where, it's basically your G spot. So, we're trying to get you off in the best possible way, just like y'all try to do the same thing for us.
Okay. I mean, so I personally just like, of course, I'm only speaking for Trey Proper himself. I
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
have these conversations when I'm in an intimate relationship. This is one of my no-goes. Don't mess
Mhm.
with that. I also TMI moment. I don't like my nipples played with. Don't pinch them. Don't twist them. Don't flick them. Nothing. I don't like that. That's just not something that turns me on. It actually turns me off. They're off switches on my chest. Don't do
Mhm.
it. So if you want to have a good time, follow the rules. If I want to have a good time, I gotta follow the rules. Like if I've dealt with somebody who doesn't like anal, I'm okay. I'm not a
Really?
fan of it, but cool. No, I'm not gonna future her. That's it. I'm not doing that.
Not the Boondocks reference.
My body is mine. It belongs to me. You can't have my booty.
So I got one thing to say right quick. Candace,
Hmm.
why you so quiet?
Chase.
Chase, come
I
on.
can't. I can't. There. What?
You've been
You're doing
looking.
a whole lot of
You've
cheesing.
been looking down this whole time. Just.
Because I'm doing the responsible thing and sharing the link so we can have more watchers.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That's the
That's
excuse
the
you want to
reason.
go with? Okay,
Yeah,
sure. We'll go with that excuse.
exactly. Hmm.
So, Royal, do you have a desire to perform milking stuff like that? Is that something that you want to do?
So here's the thing. I think that it may be the switch tendency in me that makes me want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's kind of like you're at my, you're under my
Your
control.
beck and call?
Yeah. So yeah, so that
Come
is
here,
something
nigga.
that's
Come here, nigga.
like just I'm telling you. So that honestly, that is probably the reason why I would want to do it. And also just to experiment to see if it's actually something that he would enjoy. You know what I mean? Like again, they say that prostate play is one of the ways to like one of the ways to have one of the best orgasms of your life. So I'm just saying, you might want to try it one day. I mean, if you don't want me to go exactly in there, I can just like, stimulate it from the outside, see if you like it.
Okay. Chase.
I don't want to dig in my man asshole. I ain't gonna lie. That's not something that I personally think I'm gonna and you doing the Sega Genesis like nah, I'm good. I'm all set.
Yeah, he
That's
kind of ruined it when he did like that.
he did
Yeah,
that.
he
Yeah,
ruined
nah.
it.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a joystick controller. You can't tell me that looked like an Atari controller. Come on
Like
now. All of these are flat
I
base.
will
Yeah,
say
I'll give
I
you
have
that.
recently inquired some things from a man recently just because he has stated that he's been milked before. And so I just need to know what position was you milked? What was the comfortability of the milking? Was there gloves involved in this, thing? Because it just doesn't I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me. Like I feel like because these late said that they would like in missionary getting milked, and I'm like, yeah, no, I feel like that's way too vulnerable. Like that's just like if I'm laying flat on my back and I'm letting a dude like just go in on me on a dildo, like it's just like it's cool, whatever, but like you seeing everything. And it's just like you just getting like you just staring at me getting full frontal view, sorry, of everything. I'd rather it from the back where I feel like I have some modesty or some type of privacy still left in me
You know.
to
You know.
like be okay with it. I can't I wouldn't be able to give it all up all straight on my back like that the entire time. Like
And I guess that's the part that I don't get. It's like, okay, I'm having sex with this man, so he gonna get a full frontal anyway. You know what I mean? Like you can see all of the happenings down there or whatever. So it's like, does it really make sense to try and shy away? Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Because there'd be some moments where I'd be like a little embarrassed because, you know, I won't be expecting a squirt or something like that, and then the shit just come out of nowhere, and I'm like, just because you be trying to be in control of your stuff, and you can't really control that, and that's annoying. But as far as him actually seeing everything, I don't know. I guess they're part of it. I just be like, okay, well, he gonna see it anyway because he down there. So,
Ladies, we
I'd
all
rather be all on my knees dealing with a dude than on my back. I don't know. It's just too much. It's like a starfish, just all out there. Every hole available. You don't know what's gonna happen.
not every hole available. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Trey. What were you saying?
we all stare at your assholes when we're hitting it from the back. It is what it is. You know that move where we're grabbing the cheeks so we can get a better look. It is what it is. Like,
What is the point of staring at the asshole exactly? Like, what is it? So everything in me, every time I've ever had this spread open, I thought it was just like he was trying to get like deeper in or whatever the case may be from that angle.
yes.
And so I never really had it in my mind that he's looking at my asshole. And Chase, I know you posted this video because I think it was a stitch that you did probably like a couple of years ago or something like that. And you was like, no, they're not are they looking at what? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why are you looking at that in particular? Like, what is so for people who don't, necessarily like anal, why are you staring at the asshole?
Because deep inside,
But
we're
you
all
can't-
still that 10-year-old boy who's like, I'm having sex. Oh, there's a little voice in the back of our head that is screaming that. Yes.
Mm.
Now, if he
No.
says that out
Yeah,
loud,
this-
that's a problem.
like-
but that little kid's back there.
I said it before. I say it again. Nobody can see my ass from the back, and I am very happy. I'm very happy that nobody can see my asshole. So,
I'm sorry. I've seen your arch. Okay. So if you think that with that arch and with him spreading you open from the back that he can't see it, I don't know about that.
You never
That's
been on the
the
couch,
point.
smashed up against the headboard, and you ain't had
Hold
the.
Hold on. If you force the cheeks open, yeah, you're gonna see my asshole. But
That's what
naturally,
we talk about.
you can't see my asshole.
Listen, we not little, okay? So we know naturally it might not be a thing. But if you spread that shit, it's gonna be it's
never
gonna be
had-
full frontal.
Now, my nose, on the other hand, that's
Ooh.
been there. You ain't ever had to do just
Oh yeah.
face plant. That's what we do. Like we're gonna
because-
see it.
Why
I
are you
think
motorboating the ass? That's
How wide? I don't know. I think because of how wide my ass
No,
is,
why
it's
is
like
my face
unless you got
leaking?
some like big palmed ass hands, for you to have to spread it like hard, like to spread it like that, that's a lot. They usually just take the bottom and spread it open like that, and that's
No,
pretty
man.
much it.
Thumbs go on a cuff. You acquire it and you spread.
Where's my space?
It
Trying to be
moves.
spatially aware. This man right here, not this one, but the one over here, because I have to point in this direction, will take two big ass, because you see how big his damn hands are. So it'll take two big ass handfuls and then just like, sorry.
Hey homie. Come on, give me one.
My You guys are going in
Y'all going in opposite
the
directions.
whole
No, we're
opposite
not.
direction of
So
how
Trey,
No,
you gotta go
on-
this way.
right,
on camera,
but
it
no,
was
I'm
it was
saying,
right.
like, how thick my ass, it would be a lot for you to try to that and hold. It's just better to go for the tulips at the bottom and do that.
Okay. Hey. So
Fair
what
enough.
you're telling me, Trey, is you lied earlier today.
What you lie about? Because I
I
didn't get to
have no
kiss the
idea.
show. I was at church.
I have no idea. I tried to keep things very, very PG on Blurs and Whiskey. But anyway, I don't know what he's talking about. Remind me. Let me know what I lied
Maybe
about.
The Hangover.
Was it in Hangover?
Talk about anything sexual in The Hangover.
Mm.
I don't know. Let me know. Genocide Circus, please, by all means. So this whole conversation about milking was brought on by a video on one of my favorite podcasts, Horrible Decisions. Shout out to them if they ever shout us back out. Love them. Wheezy, man, yo, Mandy. Anyway, they are a sex podcast, of course. They're way bigger than us. But their goals. So they had a Dom on, and he had his sub available, and they were having a conversation based around prostate play. And the gentleman that was present, he had made a statement about how when it comes to prostate play, he has an incredible amount of trust for somebody to let them spread his cheeks. even though he's in a domineering or dominant position. So that's how this conversation got started. Uh,
That is exactly how this conversation got started. I thought this was going to be the end of the show, though. I thought that was the meat and potatoes. But go ahead.
well,
It don't matter. Just keep
It
rolling.
don't even matter. It don't
Just keep
matter.
rolling.
We here now.
yeah. So that just threw me off track. I'm looking at the outline now. No, we had prostate at the beginning. That was it. We talked about anyway. So
Don't
what?
matter. We here
So
now.
what do you guys? Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think about a dom allowing that to be performed? Do you think that takes away his dom card? Do you think he gets discredited in that position? Like if hypothetical dom you were dealing with, ladies, and they said, "Okay, all right, get freaked out," and his legs go back. Do what you got to do. How would that make you feel?
Okay, for one, I hope that he don't just like throw his legs back and be like, okay, just go to work. I feel like that needs to be a conversation before we even go into any of that. Okay. Hopefully by this time we have talked about, our our what's the word I'm looking for? Guy, he made me forget.
If a
Like our
man swings his legs back, I'm walking out the room
that's what I'm
because
saying. Like,
I
if I
don't
Hey,
walk
hey,
in
hey.
and you
I
We're
swing
don't
your
sex
agree
legs
to
positive
swing
back,
my
pod.
legs back.
we are sex positive. However, you're
But
not
that's
just
the
going to
thing.
throw your legs back on me.
You have to think about the things. What I do and what you do are two different things that we do, right? When I swing, I don't even swing my legs back. First of all, I gingerly just open up like a chicken
Not
rotisserie
gingerly,
because it's
like
just
a
like that's just too much, right?
Not like a
But if you if there's a difference between me swinging my legs back visually and you swinging your legs back visually. When I swing my legs back, everything kind of just concaves into like a shape. It just kind of just falls into a shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fine. Like, your things either spread open and it's still flat. If
Listen,
you
that shit
throw
opens up
throw
like a
it like
flower.
it's
It's
just
supposed to be
a
that way.
dark butthole that's just there,
A
and then you got
hairy
the
dark
dangling.
butthole. And
don't
then the
Wait,
balls
don't
just
this
forget
is
about the
dangling.
hairy
visually
We're
legs
supposed
too.
to get bleached.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm
it's
hoping that we've already discussed our
off-putting.
hard right. Like I'm
Visually
hoping we already
off-putting. Hence, I don't swing my leg back because to me that's a little visual.
so I'm hoping by this time we've already discussed our hard and soft limits. Okay. So after all of this conversation has happened, if he says to me that he wants me to do that, I feel like, and this is my personal experience, personal opinion, part of being a dom is to know when to take a submissive role. You
Mhm.
understand? So it's like if we've developed enough trust and we've had conversations and I'm in a mental space where I'm okay to do that and you're okay with me doing that, then I think it's okay. I don't think it diminishes his dom role. I just think it's, something that he enjoys and this is something that he trusts me to do for him. And it's as simple as that for me.
Okay. But if you throw the legs back, you running out the room.
No, don't just throw your legs back on me. We got to have a whole conversation
Um,
first. Work me up to
I don't
me
know.
putting your legs behind your head. Let's work me up to that.
Not my legs
Okay.
behind my head. Oh God, no.
Just
I
If
saying.
mean, you messing with a skinny nigga if you're doing all that. I'm sorry.
Right.
You playing the bongos on his own ass cheeks. Like, yeah, you
Do
skinny.
you know how far back? Excuse me. Are you serious? Let me tell you what. If the roles was ever reversed, I'm pushing your shit as far back as you push mine. That's where we going. Okay, that's where we going.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, no, no. If the world switched and for a day we were the opposite sex, all the men are running from you. Like, no, you ain't bending me
Oh
over.
nah. Because it's about to be all of that. What's all that shit you was talking? Nah, don't run. It's gonna be all of that.
I
All of
feel
that.
sorry for I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you because y'all live in the same house. I'm running. She gotta find me. Real quick on YouTube, Genocide Circus, he said, so what you're telling me earlier, Trey, is that you lied. He was talking about in the hangover on Blurs and Whiskey, he had made a comment similar to mine, and I didn't say anything. I probably was distracted, but yes, I do agree with you. We all have that little voice in our head. It's like, hey, and I've said so on the show before. Was like I still have that little 10-year-old kid in the back of my head that can't believe I'm actually getting some ass. Oh my god! We don't show that to you because you'll think we're fucking weird. But yes, there's a little kid back here who's like, are we about to get some pussy? Oh my God. And he also said earlier that he doesn't believe that he's going to have sex until he's actually putting his dick in and stroking. Oh, it's actually going down. It's happening. Some of us think like that. Yes. Yeah.
Which
And he, huh?
I said that's crazy to me.
What? That we have that mentality in the back of our head?
No, that he like it's I guess his belief that he don't actually believe is gonna go down until he's sliding inside.
Well, until in this age of consent,
True. That is
like
true.
I'm the same way. Like until it's going down, oh, it's okay. We're here, But
Mhm.
usually that's in non-developed, in my opinion, for at least for me, it's in non-developed relationships. Now the things have moved along, come here. Like you know what the
Bring
fuck is
that
going on. You know
ass
what the look is.
here.
Here. What'd you say, sir?
He said, "Bring that ass here." That's what he said.
Facts. The bearded teddy bear, if you can even get close to going back to my legs already broke, like Joe from Family Guy. God
Oh
damn.
God.
Facts. Yeah, because y'all not bending us like pretzels. We not built for that. But
But it's
in that
okay.
imaginary,
Just saying.
yes, because we outweigh you and we're stronger than you. That's what. Anyway,
I was gonna say, if you can get my legs that lift over 1,000 pounds back, then you's a strong person.
that is some death by snoo shit for your ass. Quite
Okay.
literally.
Just saying. I wish the Amazon on all of y'all niggas. That's all I'm saying.
Not the Amazon.
I don't think that I will. Well, I'll to answer the question because I didn't get a chance to. I think that I personally don't know if a dom would. I couldn't consider a dom at that moment. I would say like not switch. Maybe I still could. I don't know. It depends on how he directs me to do it. Yeah, because like to me, I feel like with a dom, like you're supposed to be doing to catering to type shit.
Mhm.
And then
But
sub like
but
you
that would be
receiving.
That's
catering.
male
And
That
then
dom.
would be that.
switch back
Uh,
and forth, right?
Mm.
Right.
but
And
wouldn't that
so
be
for me personally, I'm like if I'm giving to you in some forum, you've switched. Doesn't mean that in my eyes, it doesn't mean you're a whole ass like sub now, but I'm like pleasuring you, so I'm technically doming you. So it just depends. It just depends. For me, it just depends.
Okay. All
So I
right.
guess I can pose that same question to y'all. Would you consider yourself less of a man or less of a dominant figure if you were somebody who engaged in prostate play?
I wouldn't consider myself less of a man or less of a dom. I would still, if I put myself in the mindset of a person who would want to receive that, it's just now my perspective of dom. Now it's time for my pleasure. I've given you yours. Now it's time you give me. So it's just gonna go. If that was what I wanted, that goes along with that. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that's just how I feel about it.
Okay.
What about you, sir?
I would not consider
Are
myself
you
less
facing
of
the
a
wrong
person.
way? It's this way.
He's not this way. So
I
you see
know,
my
but
cousin is right
spatially,
next to him.
I know, but
Look, all right,
spatially, like
watch the
if
camera.
we
For you on here, but for them, he's over here.
Yeah.
no, watch when it come up. It's the other way.
He's looking the right way. I'm telling you that now. But it's all right. Anyway, no, I would not consider myself less of a man
Oh,
for
he did.
doing that. Yes,
So why is it weird for me then? Because I have to point
because
this way.
because your view and what everyone else sees is two different things.
All right, okay, enough behind
Everyone,
the curtain.
so everyone's Discord is arranged differently.
It's
Yes.
so stupid. Okay. All right, go ahead.
No, I would not feel less of a man. If that's something I enjoy doing and that's something I want, that's just if you're dedicated to my pleasure, then that's just something you'll be doing for my pleasure. It's just that simple.
Facts.
Another one of the comments that wait, Chase, do you have anything with that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Another one of the comments that the gentleman on Horrible Decisions said is that it actually helps decrease the chances of getting prostate cancer because as you get older, your prostate swells and that relieves the pressure. Um, Even in hearing that, I'm still like, I don't know. 37 years of no go, like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's something hard to get outside of because, you have been operating one way for the entirety of your life. And then now for somebody to come along and be like, okay, I know you don't like it, but it's probably good for you. You know what I'm saying? That now it's something that you may potentially have to broaden your horizons to. So,
Do you know how crazy that shit sounds?
what you talking about?
Do you know how crazy that shit sounds? To say that to someone, be like, listen, I know this must be a little uncomfortable, but me sticking my fingers in your ass and pumping that shit about to make you
Ah,
live a little
Hey,
longer. So
listen,
you might
first of
want to
all,
take
it's how you
like
word
that'd
ah,
be
it.
some
Okay, you gotta
ah.
word it right.
crazy.
You gotta
Shut it
word it right,
down.
Jace.
Shut it down. Clench, 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 clench.
Okay, so let me read to y'all what some of the benefits are to prostate
Trust.
play. So it says a regular prostate massage a couple of times a month. So you don't have to do this all the time. Okay, that's the first thing. It's not like you gotta go in there and get a finger in your ass every time you have sex. So let's just take
Doctor's
that
name.
off the table. So a regular prostate
Once
massage
a
a
week.
couple of times. You said what?
That's once a week.
Once a week? No, a
That
couple times a month. A couple is only two. So that's only
Once
once
every 2 weeks.
every other week. Right. So regular prostate massage a couple of times a month may do wonders for erectile dysfunction, improved ejaculation, reduced pelvic pain and tension, and overall sexual performance. And those with large prostates may benefits from weekly prostate massage to promote drainage, minimize swelling, and improve urine flow. So those are the benefits to having your prostate milked. So sometimes it's not just about the sexual gratification of it all. Sometimes it can actually be about, health reasons.
Mhm.
Because they do say that, so it says erectile dysfunction. It does wonders for that. It says that some of the strongest erections come with prostate massage.
I
I got
still
a
don't. See
question.
that I gotta start. I gotta start going to the Brazilians to get the wax. I gotta, I gotta get something bleach. Like I gotta make it pretty for her now. Like I gotta make a whole thing out of it. I don't know.
You gotta make a presentation of it.
I've spent so much time on this. I want to spend the time on that beard down there. Like leave it alone. It's okay. I got 60 years. I'm okay.
Okay, so you telling me that you don't manscape?
I'm asking, but I just
Okay,
can't.
You
I
just
can't
can't reach
reach.
to the other side. He
Can't
can't reach
can't get. I
around.
heard up front. You good? You know what I'm saying? Front facing. You want a tea? I got you. But no, like no, I can't. I can't get back there. No.
honestly, it's really not that bad. All you gotta do when you get on the table, just do a little butterfly. Okay, lift your legs up a little bit. They just snatch it off, and you're good.
I do want to try the one day. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to try to get a Brazilian. Not gonna fake. Take it all. Take it all.
It's I don't have balls, so I can't necessarily tell you how uncomfortable it's gonna be. But I know for me, it's not the most comfortable thing when you get to certain areas of that area.
The bearded teddy bear said, "Wait a minute. Can I just take a pill to fix that instead of giving me the booty warrior vibes?"
Not the booty one. Oh my god.
Outfit, and I'm a fixture. And we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
The choice is yours.
Choice is yours.
Mhm.
God.
All
Yes,
right. So I don't know. Like for all my bluster and the jokes aside, I have to get really comfortable with somebody to be willing to let them do so. Like because to be honest, there's a couple of things. There's of course the negative taboo or worry that somebody's gonna blurt it out in an argument. That's like that sounder that went viral last year. Didn't but when I fucked you in your ass in my strap, you like that shit. He says you was never gonna tell that shit, didn't you? And
Mhm.
we assumed something bad happened to that woman who spilled the beans about that man.
right.
So it's going to require a large amount of trust on my behalf for me personally to allow somebody access like that.
And that's
So
understandable. That's definitely understandable because
mhm.
it's the same for women in a sense. It's like we don't want to perform certain acts for fear that it's going to be held over our head later. So we have to trust someone implicitly before we can do certain things. So I get that. I completely understand.
The second thing is I don't know what kind of sound I'm gonna make. I don't know. Like no, I can't. That might give her the permanent ick. The moment she pushes that silly button and some silly shit come out my mouth, and it's I can't fuck with him no more. He sounded like fucking Krusty the Clown. Like no, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going
Woody
on.
Woodpecker.
It's not. It's really not that bad, y'all.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know.
You know, you sitting there, sound like Barry White. No, she hit that high note. You sound like Michael Jackson.
Like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Well, you press the silly button and you got a man. You push the silly button, goddammit. I told you not to do that shit.
Not the silly button. Yeah, I'm sorry. This napkin is going to keep making an appearance because for some reason my face is leaking. So
How
yeah.
do you know you touching the prostate?
The diagram I displayed earlier. Apparently, it's if you could Hubducer, put that back on the screen. But when you are going in, it's not you're not going deep into somebody's the anal cavity.
Mm-mm. It's like
Literally,
great.
it's literally
That's
that space in between,
yeah,
like the rim and the taint, essentially. Like
Mm-hmm.
that
yeah.
in
But how do
space.
you know? That's
Curve.
the
Oh,
question. Like,
okay.
okay, like I asked somebody the other day, how do you know when your fingers are inside a woman that you're hitting the G spot, right? And they said it's like a little bit more bumpier than the rest of the vaginal canal. Like everything else is smooth, where that little area has like a little bit more of like of a groove to it or
Spongy.
something.
Yeah.
So for anyone who has actually touched the prostate, like that's what I'm saying. I don't know if anybody in here has touched prostate before, but I'm saying like how do you know that you came about to the prostate? Like you can just be in there and going, oh well, I'm on like a knuckle and a half deep, like I said, so I should be touching it. Like how do you know that you're touching a prostate?
So I know only thing I can say is that I know that they provide instruction. Like honestly, if it's something that you're trying to do, they have videos, they have instructional diagrams like Trey and Hubducer have provided us, and there are articles about it and stuff like that. I don't know anybody personally that has touched a prostate, so I can't really say, oh, it's right here after you do such and such and such. But they do provide instructional guidelines and materials and stuff like that.
So
So
quick Googles. Your prostate should feel soft or rubbery. You can also feel your prostate from more directly through the rectum. Your prostate is about 2 inches, first knuckle, or second knuckle, because
second
it's a
knuckle.
second knuckle. Even though I got big hands. Between your penis and your rectum, it feels soft and rubbery. That's the best explanation they have. And Googles. Yeah, there you go. But of course,
Thank
always
you.
ask for consent first.
Don't just try to wake up your boyfriend and your husband like, hey, I'm trying something. Whoop.
Golden River. Yeah, no.
That has to be interesting just to wake up with a finger in your ass one day.
Um, so uh
That's how people
the
wake up
bear,
fought.
the bearded teddy bear, LOL, let me find out the move is called the booty war butterfly. Goddamn. Okay. So
Booty war butterfly. That's it. That's the position of the week. That's it.
That's
That's
what
it
it's
right
called
there.
now. The boy, I'm the boy that warrior.
mm, mm, mm. What would be a bad sound that you hear? Now I'm stuck on it. What would be a turn off sound that you could hear from a man? Like he starts talking like Gilbert Gottfried for a couple of seconds. Like, what, in your lady's opinion, Iago from Aladdin,
I
if he
know.
started talking like that when you press the button, how would you like what would be a bad sound for you?
I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that.
Because you guys you like our baritone voices, our bedroom voices when we're talking to you, sweet nothings in your ear, so on and so forth. But suppose that nigga voice get real, holy shit, like what's gonna be
The
your
only thing that would turn me off is if he like started talking in baby talk or some shit like that. So if he made a squeal or whatever, I'd probably laugh. That'd probably be the first thing, but it's not going to deter me from the mission at hand. So as long as he don't start talking babyish, gibberish, or whatever that shit is, I'm good.
You talking about talking in tongues, not speaking correctly.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like pronouncing R's as W's and all that other like, this is just yeah.
What kind of break a person type shit is that?
You never know, okay? You could break somebody like that. Go ahead and stick your finger up a man's ass and see what happens. That's all I'm gonna
what, so
say.
what if you start well, Chase, did you have any want to respond to that at all?
I don't think I have any per se noises that I would not want to hear a man make because any noise is a noise of satisfaction. It wouldn't turn me off. The one that would turn me off is like the how do I explain it? like the dude who does too much when he's hitting it, like as if he's like, yeah, I'm beating this shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that,
This
like when you're
mine.
doing
Uh huh.
too much
You like
talking.
this?
Yeah, yeah, I'm beating this shit. Yeah, like you like this shit, right? And it's like, shut the fuck up. Because
Him
I'm about to
making,
fuck
Mhm.
myself.
him
Shut
getting
the
fi-
fuck
yeah,
up.
yeah, ride that dick, ride that
Yeah,
finger,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like too much. Like it's like no matter how
You're
sexy your
doing a
voice
lot.
is, that shit is annoying as hell. Like you
It's
sound like a fucking mouse going a mile a minute for no reason. Like shut up. Like that to me would be like no matter how good your voice is, no. That no. That would be the biggest turn off for me.
that reminds me of the clip that I saw on Tonight's Conversations, our favorite podcast, um, where Keita was like, um, telling dudes, don't ask the questions for which you are not prepared to hear the answer to. So he was like, did daddy make you come? No, daddy. No. Yeah, just don't do too much. Just if you have to ask questions, if you hyping your
Well,
own, if you
that,
hyping yourself up.
that goes against what we teach here because we all. So well, no, yeah, that goes against communication. Fucking tell me,
Oh
tell
no,
me what's going on.
tell you
Like
for sure. But I'm
you
saying
didn't come.
No,
All
that's what
right.
she's
don't make
saying.
the assumption.
Don't get mad at the answers you get back to the questions
Right.
you're
Oh no, no,
about to
no. I mean,
receive.
yes. Okay. All right. That's fair. But even still, like if you ain't come, you need to be able to say something. Don't. I know it's in my opinion, it's partially his fault, partially the lady's fault, or whatever combination it is. If you did not enjoy yourself and you have not voiced your opinion, then you are at fault because maybe something different could have happened if you voiced your opinion. But
But see, here's the thing, right? So, like, okay, they made a good point in that on that clip where they were saying that a lot of the times, if we tell y'all that we're coming, y'all come like immediately after.
it
So if we
happened.
know that we're thoroughly enjoying ourselves and we say, I'm about to, and then y'all come right after that, and we still sitting there like, I said about to, I didn't say I was there yet.
Sometimes we are holding back and we're just waiting for that last second. Like, okay, did she get here? Yeah, okay, she's there. Fuck. It happens.
When we
But
say, I'm
that's where,
I
about
ain't gonna
to,
hold you. If I tell you to come, I'm over the sex.
okay, at that point, that's where you say, well, I didn't get there. Can you help me get there? Okay, we've still got fucking phalanges. If you have toys, use your toys and use your motherfucking mouth. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do till your refractory period passes and get back in the game. Like, ask for that shit. Say that shit. I'm about to come. Oh, you fucker. You know I didn't come yet. Look. All right. Full transparent moment. Probably gonna get punched in the head when she sees me next. Round about the third time, I'm doing my thing. I think I'm going there. I'm going in, and that exact situation happens. She reaches up and mushes me in the head. God damn it! I was up. You know what? I fucked up. Time for me to correct and course correct. All right. What else can we do? Hopefully she'll pop in the comments. Anyway, but I took that direction. I wouldn't say mush your man in the head, but all right, cool. That was around the beginning stages of things. Like you're learning things about each other. You fucking communicate. So, so what if he starts crying? What if it's so earth shattering that he breaks down into tears? And I don't mean, I mean, like he's
Well,
hysterically crying.
would I feel some type of way about it?
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not going to shame a man for crying. I'm not. I'm not going to do that. No, seriously. I'm not going to shame a man for crying. Look, his ass looking at me too like he don't believe me. You think I'm going to shame you for crying?
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? Yes, yes, we don't believe you.
I'm not going to shame a man for crying. I'm probably going to like look at you sideways a little bit, but that's pretty much it. And I'm only going to look at you sideways while we're in the moment. Cuz I'm like, are you good? Like what's the You can look at me like that all you want to, okay? I'm telling the truth. I will look at you crazy halfway for like a half a second while we're in the moment, but that'll be it. I'm not going to shame you for crying.
Hey, real quick, Genocide Circus on YouTube says, yeah, come in me is my trigger word. Dude, I agree. That right there, that's the no button. That is the button. You hit the game over. Game over.
That's the
But
activation.
see,
Yes.
that's the problem. That's the problem that we have, right? Because it's like we are we're kind of like we're saying what we know y'all want to hear on one side of it, and then on the other side of it, it's good to me too. So I want the same thing that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like the end result is the same for the both of us. But if
Hmm.
I'm saying I'm about to, and then you come immediately, there's the frustration. There's a frustration, especially if I be like right there, don't stop. I'm about to, and then it's over, and it's like what the fuck. So yeah.
So there's no continuation after that. Y'all just roll over and go to sleep. But like,
There's continuation, but it's just like sometimes the continuation is after the refractory period, or and then it's like if it's after the refractory period, then it's like I have to build all the way back up again.
mhm.
And then there's other times when it's not like that, and then it's just like immediately afterwards. But it's it's just it's frustrating. That's the only thing.
I mean, I understand it's frustrating, and that's why I say it's time for direction and course correction. That's my opinion. You implement other things, or you start training shit, or you shit juice up, blue chew that shit. Like say I want. She said no. She said no. She tapped out on this podcast. Anyway, but you got to do what you got to do to stay in the game. Like, make some moves, make some efforts.
I feel like Chase hasn't answered the question. By the way, and I've been wanting to say this since before the show started, your lips right now are doing something, and I like what they're doing. I'm just saying.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm.
What was the question?
No, no.
She ain't paying attention.
Mm.
It's not paying attention. Y'all was talking for so long, and my internet's not doing the greatest right now. And when I try to say something, y'all cut across me. So that's why I just haven't been saying
Oh,
anything.
I didn't know you were trying to say something.
Um, d- um, I really don't. Oh, the whole
Man
hmm.
crying.
I've never. Well, man crying. I would ask. Well, actually, this did happen one time, but this was after like I yelled at him because like he pulled out and like came too close to the inches of my vagina. I was like mad. I was like, "Can you afford a baby?" I think the fuck
No.
not. And I was like
Th-
yelling and
th-
shit. And then he started crying because he was just like,
Rightfully
"Damn,
so.
no.
I almost like fucked this shit up."
Yeah.
And then
This
he
is
started
more of the
crying. I felt bad. And then I was like, "Let me heal you while you're giving you some head." And then we fucked again. So like, I'm not really responsible in terms of actually doing what I was supposed to do as an adult. But if he cried and then I got asked, like, "Oh, you okay? You good? What's wrong? Was I doing too much?" And it's just like, "Nah, it was just so good." If I had like one of those Alexa thingies, I would just say, "Alexa, play This Woman's Work" by Maxwell. Just because I feel like that's like a moment. That's a moment that you need to have that song playing. Because
I feel
why
that
not?
like a moment recorded in history type of shit. I understand that.
Like that moment needs music. I can't just let you sit in silence with no music going, and I'm looking at you looking at me. You got tears rolling. No, we need some filler. And I think this woman's work is the best filler, like, in that
I
moment.
feel like that would be like an ultimate ego boost for a woman. You know what I'm saying? For a man to just like burst out into tears while he's in it or whatever because it's so good. Like don't lie. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, because I've been one of the don't look at me like that. I've been one of those women who you know, have succumbed to tears during because it's been so good. All right, don't nod. We don't need that. We don't need
I
that.
think it's
Okay? We
for
don't need that.
stimulation too.
Come on.
Anyway,
You guys are
um,
still high-fiving wrong. And anyway, go ahead, please.
right.
maybe for
So,
you,
so,
but
so
we're high five right for us.
I
No, we're
like I said,
not.
I've been one of those women, right? Isn't it an ego boost for a man when a woman breaks out into tears during because it's so good?
Uh, yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Like I can't even think.
Is that a
Like yes.
question? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a question. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I feel like for a woman, if that was to happen, yeah, I might look at you sideways for half a second because I'm like, is this nigga really crying? But it's going to be an ego boost. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I did that.
I ain't never cried.
Alexa, play This Woman's Work by Maxwell. I don't know why you're understanding the song.
No, I've never even came close to crying while I'm coming. Like, nah.
I don't know. Is that because like it wasn't good or like
I've never been. You know what? Well, it's probably the time I'm probably going to that's going to happen because my overly emotional ass. My first time having sex with my wife. That's what's going to happen. Like after the whole wedding and all that other stuff, and it's official that we're doing this the right way. Then I got a chance of dropping a couple of tears. But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I
No, it
might
wasn't
cry
because
my
of
that definitely might, but it might not come out like while I'm fucking. Probably like the start kissing moments of it. Like I can't believe we did it. We came to this point.
So did you guys cry? Did you guys cry? Huh? Did you? Did you?
listen, I've cried a few times.
Yes, she has.
Good shit.
I've cried a few times, and it wasn't even on the wedding night. Like the wedding night, it was
Come on.
all right.
You gotta, when you see
I'm
me
sorry.
move, you
My
got.
bad. Look, I'm not used to
We
doing
gonna
that.
work on it. We gonna
We'll
work on it.
We'll work on it. So I it wasn't even on the wedding night. That's the crazy thing. Like the wedding night was cool. Like I mean, I'm not saying cool like it wasn't good, but it was like I was so tired and I was so stressed because like the day was already hectic. It had rained. You were there. You know what happened. So
Y'all had a rainbow wedding. That shit was beautiful.
we did. It was beautiful. It was a double rainbow. Okay, but I by the end of it, I was so exhausted. Right. And I'm sitting up here taking my hair down and I'm taking off the makeup and stuff and the 75 layers of clothes that I have on. And he's like, and I'm thinking we about to go to bed. He's like, oh, what you doing? I was like,
Better
what
get that ass up.
man.
Toot that ass up. Toot that ass up.
He was like, oh, we about to consummate this marriage. I was like, oh, okay. All right then. Okay. But so that wasn't a crying moment for me. Usually, like when the crying comes, is like it's just feeling really intense and it's a lot going on. It's a lot of stimulation in different areas and stuff like that. And so it's just like I am getting these like multiple. So it could be like kissing, it could be nipple play, it could be, it's the inner course, it's the outer course, it's everything happening at one time. So that is what makes me cry. And then it's also like if it's like a really intense emotional connection that I'm feeling, then that too.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sir, have you ever cried?
No, I'm not a crier. It's just in life. I don't cry that often.
Fair enough. It was worth a
Royal?
shot. Huh? She might have.
Don't
She
hear
might
you.
have milked one out of you.
Nope, we don't hear you.
Who, me?
No, I wasn't
Oh,
talking to y'all.
okay.
I'm being bombarded by questions from children.
Now,
Can the children hear me?
Of course
Can
they
they
can.
hear me?
Of course they can.
Get out the room. We doing the same show we've been doing for 2 years.
going on 3.
I was going to say.
This is your
Oh
Uncle
no,
Trey
this is
speaking.
fucking here.
Piss off, you little wankers. Go find something to do other than pestering your mum. I dare when you
Yes, listen to me talking.
down there so fast.
So, Chase, have you ever cried? Like during?
No.
Oh, damn.
I think maybe from like if I've ever gotten a chance to actually like scream the way I actually scream, like maybe just from like me closing my eyes really tight. But that's like wet eyes. But no, I have not been brought to the point of like tears. I haven't even been brought to the point of cum. So I definitely haven't been brought to the point of tears. So I'm
If I think about it really hard and I squeeze my eyes really.
You may get a
Very
tear
Yeah,
tip.
no, like it's like one of those things. I've told you guys before. I've only come twice from the same person, and that was technically 10 years ago. So, yeah, so that's it.
Shay's over there doing
Okay.
good. I think I can. No,
No,
nigga.
it's not even that. It's just one of those things of like, if I'm able to express myself the way I want to during sex, I'm not like a
You're not quiet.
supposedly during my birthday Zoom, I said I grunt during sex, I don't, which is funny. But I
Yeah. Said you scream.
moan. What?
You said you when you on your birthday Zoom, you said I scream when I'm ready.
Yeah, like when I moan during sex, but I mostly scream. Like I don't like if I can, I get my belting out. I don't like to like
You need a house in the woods.
I do need a house in the woods. You know, I need a house per. So, but yeah. And this is why when I told y'all beforehand, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I have to be considerate of people when I go into hotels and shit like that. And y'all like, I pay for this hotel. I'm about to fuck this shit up. And I'm like, I cannot. They will call the police on me. So
Okay, but see, I understand that, but it's like when you in, and I guess it's for me because I know, with
Traumatizing
Chase
kids.
currently being a homosexual and Trey, once being a homosexual, well, having kids in the house makes you feel like a homosexual because you have to be quiet, at least in my perspective, because somebody does not share that view.
Traumatizing
So,
kids, one child at a time.
Jesus Christ. So when I get into a hotel, it's like I feel like I'm free to do whatever I want to, do whatever I want to do. So I can be as loud as I want to be, that type of thing. So I guess I never really shared the I need to respect my neighbors type of thing. I'm like, listen, you know what's going down in the hotel room.
All I know is I'm investing in eggshell cartons to put on the goddamn walls when I move in, so can't no kids hear nothing. Soundproof in the bedroom is gonna be priority.
I'm just saying, if you rented that hotel room for $39.95, you
Oh,
know what's going down.
what hotel you getting for
Oh,
$39?
what hotel you going to?
If-
You
A
better not take me to
motel.
no damn $39.95 a night
that's
hotel.
the
No,
crackhead hotel. What are you gonna
right.
do? You are you going to the crackhead hotel?
Let me tell you what. The minute
That's
you
the
pull
hotel
up to
that
any
got
motel,
doors. That's the
anything,
hotel that got doors that lead to outside. Like you open
mm-mm.
the door, you outside. That's
Yeah,
them hotels.
And
That's
not on
the
the
yeah,
balcony,
great
just
hotels.
outside.
mm-mm.
That's a joke. You peel back the curtain, you peel back the sheets and shit crawling up out of there. Like, nah, you don't
Nah,
want
I'm
that.
good.
That's
Not gonna lie, we had stayed at a hotel like that when we first moved out of our other house because we had so much shit moved into my parents' house. And I was just like, I can't stay here. It's too much going on. So let's just go to a hotel. And we went to a hotel in fucking Waldorf of all the places. Of all the places. We went to a Waldorf hotel and that shit was ridiculous. Like the room on the inside was pretty, but you open the door and you're outside.
hotel
LaQuinta,
everybody, even the air.
never again will we ever stay at a what,
I
LaQuinta.
should have known. The name it's in the name. La Quinta. Like who goes to a fucking La Quinta? Who
People
does
just
that?
people just trying to fuck.
Facts. I mean, we did a lot of that.
You
So.
know, exactly. Pretty.
If I'm trying to fuck, I go to a Residence Inn or I go to a Marriott. I got all these points.
That's what I'm
Trust me.
saying.
Got points. Most of us ain't got money. So it's what it is. Red Roof Inn, 66.97. Don't ask me how I know, you know how I know. That was
Is
my
that
go-to job.
listen? Is that by the hour?
It, no, it's for the night. 66.97 a
I
night.
know exactly where the red roof thing you're at.
How you know?
You know, funny. I think, yeah, I stayed at a when I was in Maryland before, when I was in my younger days, and I would go there just to have fun with my friends, whatever. We would meet up, and we were broke as hell. So we were like, "What we gonna get a hotel at?" And the Red River, it was like only like what, like 100 something for the weekend. Shit, that was a good times. And it had a little pool. It was a good time.
Yep.
Yeah. Now
That
that
was
we grown, hotels is like $400 a night.
I think
no,
that's,
no, no. Red
and I
Roof
think
is
I
still
went
cheap.
to the
Red Roof
one.
is still
I don't
cheap.
know. I don't know if Cockeysville is close to y'all, but that's where I was going.
It is not.
It is
Yeah.
not, but I know what you're talking about.
Right.
For those of you out there who are not familiar with the fact that the three of us three, are in Maryland. So Yeah, not cocky
Oh
self.
my
No.
goodness.
Hold
Okay,
up,
this
the Hunter.
is
My
so hard.
ex-wife had a fantasy of having sex in a dirty hotel like that. I did not share in her fantasy. It never went down. Good job. Good job.
Whew.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
here's
just
the
like,
thing. I can understand her fantasy, right? Because I'm into like role play and that type of thing. So pretend like we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like pull up on me at a bar type of shit. Like I go there first and you meet me there and then we can head to a hotel afterwards. I'm with that scenario, but I'm not with going to no seedy motel. So I'm gonna need you to reserve accordingly, and we need a Hilton or a Marriott or a DoubleTree or something like that. Like I'm not fucking with nothing
Not
else.
a double
hey, you just trying to tell you, them jokes say the red roof is clean, bro. I'm trying to tell you,
tree.
thought it's clean.
We ain't gonna
The
let the
red
red
roof
roof
ain't
go.
clean enough. It's clean enough.
Exactly. Like if you walk in and something scurries across the floor, walk back out, get your money back. Or they ain't clean up shit. Nah, it's stains on the mattress. Nah, like bed bugs. You got to do your inspections before you get into it. But sometimes back in the day, not anymore. You gotta, you know, you had to go for what you could go for and what you could afford.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we completely veered off topic. Like this wasn't even on the outline today.
It
Nope.
wasn't. It wasn't.
Nowhere near. Outline.
I was just
We're just gonna shoot this outline up. Let's go.
Hey, well, speaking of the outline, last topic, well, last list of topics for the show. You mentioned tonight's podcast, or I
I
think
did.
you can head this one up. So
Okay,
it's
this wasn't necessarily my topic, but I mean I can go into it.
yes.
So I did bring up tonight's conversations because again, that's one of the podcasts that we watch regularly. And there was a clip, Chase, and I think that you were talking about it, but I had seen the same clip as well, where basically how there's this man on there who was saying that he only dates women that he deems impressionable, and it's usually younger women, like 20s or something like that, where they don't have quote unquote 10 years of niggas, pretty much like 10 years of nigga drama or whatever the case may be. And those were his words. So, just saying. And one of the men said that he doesn't like to date women who don't have a father or some type of father figure in their life, to basically give them the
Guide.
breakdown or guidance of how men actually are and how they portray themselves and all that other stuff. So, Chase, I think your question was on the flip side of that, right? For
Mhm.
men who do have women in their lives, have their mothers or some type of mother figure or something like that, why is it that they continue to treat women the way that they treat them?
Yeah, I personally, hopefully my internet doesn't mess up in this soliloquy. I I don't understand how a man could possibly talk down on women being childless, well, fatherless child or women growing up or just not having a father figure, where you're the same man who doesn't have a father either. So what does that mean?
You say
Like,
that?
no, I'm just saying. I'm saying that there are some men in this world who don't have a father. They don't have a father figure. They don't have anybody that they could ever look up to as a father figure, who will speak down on women who grew up in the same situation as they did without having a father, but some way somehow believe they have a hierarchy on speaking on them because they are a man. And it's just like, well, just like she didn't have a man teaching her the ways of what a man is or how he's supposed to treat you, is the same way you didn't grow up with a man telling you how to be a man and all those, like, you had to learn on your own
Uh,
type shit. So that's why, like, those things that I just don't exclusively get. Nor do I understand, even if he has a father growing up, do you speak down on a woman who didn't have the privilege of having a father figure in her life? You
Mm.
know, that's basically saying like, sucks for you. You ain't got a daddy. I ain't dealing with you because you might have daddy issues and some shit. And it might not even be that. You're like, his basis of his argument was, you don't know how to deal with a man. You don't know the operations of a man. First of all, my mans, I don't want to know how to deal with a man or operations of a man from a daddy at all because that's my father. Like I don't look at my father to know like how to personally deal if that makes sense. Like I don't like I look at that like a little I don't not incest, but like I don't look at that. Like now if you're saying if I grew up viewing my father and my mother and their relationship and therefore I got to grow up knowing how I should be treated in my relationship because of how I saw my father treat my mother in a relationship, then yes. But I don't think that him basically just automatically on question number one, do you got both of your parents in your life? Or do you have your at least have your father in your life? Should like be part of that because there are good women in this world who didn't grow up with a father. There are some horrible women that grew up in this world without a father, and vice versa.
I'm gonna say
So
vice versa.
it's vice versa. So it how does that matter? And especially if you have all these, and if we're always talking about women hold down the fort, women keep their kids, women raise their kids, women. Well, if you got a mama, why you treating women like shit? That don't
Mhm.
and she was there for you. And she's still there for you. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. Like if you're going, I always feel like if you're gonna have an argument, make sure that argument can't flip back. And
Right.
so therefore, this is a argument that can flip back because what you're saying is you as a man can just automatically be better because your mother was there. But if she wasn't there, it wouldn't affect you either way. I don't know. That's just me. But then again, I don't have a penis to understand his logic. So
I think
Mm,
something that some men need to understand is it doesn't matter if a woman has her father in her life or not. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't take away from anything from her being a person, the person that she is, because what we how we're taught to be, women, we get our mannerisms from our mother, we get our mannerisms from, our experiences. It's not always well, my daddy taught me this, that, and the third. Because let me tell you what my father taught me about just being a woman in general. The stuff that my father taught me was how not to rely on a man. That was what my father taught me. So it's like he taught me how to do stuff like, change a tire. He taught me how to fix my cable. He taught me at one point in time how to put in a ceiling fan. You know what I'm saying? Like he taught me stuff like that. So I would have, I wouldn't be dependent on a man. That was what my dad taught me. And honestly, and I hope none of my family is watching this right now because I'm about to give away a secret. My dad cheated on my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I know that y'all too for sure know my father. You're, Hubducer's father-in-law. You've seen my father before. And he is this, he's this great guy and everything. But as a man, he was still flawed to the point where he cheated on his wife, brought the woman that he was cheating on her with around his family. Okay. Like everybody, like she was, being a friend to my mom and all this other stuff. And so stuff like that taught me what to look out for in a man and what to accept and what not to accept. The other male figures in my life that I saw, all of them taught me what what for lack of better words, what ain't shit niggas did pretty
Mm.
much, because nobody in my family was faithful. No man was faithful at all. So I don't know what experiences, like what he thinks a man is going to teach his daughter that we don't already see happening in life. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
we keep what's going on and we take that information in for ourselves and we say for ourselves what it is that we're going to accept, what we're not going to accept, what characteristics that we're looking for in a partner, and so on and so forth. It doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, well, my daddy taught me this, that, and the other. It's like, no, life taught me this, that, and the other. Because a lot of shit that I learned about relationships, I learned from sources outside of my father.
Yeah, because even Kita had asked, so does it just need to be a father? Does he have to be a good father, an ancient ass father? Like what kind of what
What kind of
I'm,
father? What
weird.
kind of father?
I mean, but still, nonetheless, there are father figures in your life that showed you these things that you learned from.
What the men in my life taught me is what dudes do when they fuck up. It
Again,
wasn't like I didn't have any positive images or anything like that.
I don't think,
When
but even like what I'm sorry, but what Roy, I feel like what Royal is saying, or not even saying, but like as blanketed as it is, I don't know these men in her life, but I'm saying I don't think she looked at him as a father figure. Like, you
Hell
know what I'm
no.
saying? Like these are just men. Like,
They
there's a
men.
difference between somebody who you look at as a
These
mother figure, a father figure, versus just this is like a chick or a dude I know off the block that's just hit me to game. Like, I've had a guy tell me like I could tell that you have been either with boys a lot growing up or you've been raised with like brothers, and I'm like, yeah, two brothers, and I've always had guy friends. They're like, I can tell because there's you got too much knowledge about certain things that you ain't supposed to have knowledge about. But it's just like it's one of those things where it's like to have someone, if not your own parent, be that figure for you, because even your own parent, as good as they are to you, don't have to be that figure for you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm,
you just may not connect with them as much as possible. You may love your parent to death and you guys get along and stuff, but there's
mm.
some type of disconnect between y'all that you don't look for them as that figure, but you look at somebody else as. Um, so I don't know. Well, first of all, what do you guys feel about it? Like, I know Trey, when we talked about it, you were like, "I'm gonna save it for the show because I understand what he's saying, or I don't understand what he's saying, or I have things I have to question on it." Like, what do you guys feel about man or woman, more particularly, obviously you guys a woman, growing up without having some form of a father figure in her life? Does you think that determines how she is, how she acts, and like her readiness for commitment, I guess?
So, couple of things. In the video, he said he doesn't date women who don't have father figures. I don't think he said. Now I got to go back and rewatch it, but I don't think he said anything, in my opinion, negative about women. I don't think he was putting them down. I don't think he was being derogatory. He's just saying, I personally, speaking as him, I personally don't date women with daddy issues, basically. So you can live your life. You're still a human being. You're still a good person, but just not for me. I think that's a preference of his. He's totally fine to have that. And most, not most, but some women who have had those experiences of growing up without a father figure, whether it's positive or negative, like Royal just displayed, some of them have issues. All of us have issues, but some of them do. And that's stuff that he personally just doesn't want to deal with. Um, I don't date women with daddy issues. That was the first thing. Hold on, because y'all said a lot. I gotta go. All
We
right.
did. I just wanted to make a comment real quick on what you said. Just real quick with the daddy issues thing. And this is not necessary. I'm not coming at you. I'm just talking about his comment in particular. The whole daddy issues thing, because women who have fathers in their
Have
lives have
yes.
daddy issues.
Hence the tagline, since what I said tacked on there, we all have issues. But for
Mm.
him, that's something that he does not approve of. For him. Um, the other comment, you got a mama. Why you treat women like that? Because I'm not trying to fuck my mama. No
I'm
dude's
not
trying
trying
to
to
fuck
fuck
his
my
mama.
dad.
Hold on.
Okay, listen.
I'm talking. Hold on. Wait. Didn't say anything about you fucking your daddy. What I'm talking about is that statement that you made earlier. Don't nobody. The reason why we can separate our family from the people that are fun time is because they're fun time. That's what you are. And there are different categories that you put people in. There's familial love, there's amorous love, there's just I'm just trying to fuck you, and there's no love included in it. So some people fall into those categories. That's not a gender specific thing. Women do it too. You
Uh-huh.
are the food guy. You are the fix my car guy. You are the guy
Uh-huh.
that I like to sit on. Everybody
Here's
can
the thing.
separate.
Here's the thing
Uh-huh.
though. Even
Mhm.
with me having all of these different categories for men, like I'm when I was dating, I had a dude that I talked to for food. He always had me to hook. He gave me the hookup. Like we were cool. You know what I'm saying? But
Did he get any
then
pussy?
you said what?
Did he get any pussy?
Every now and again.
You
So
were a good friend then. Anyway,
right,
go ahead.
it sounds like every now and again. But it's just like I still treated people with respect. So regardless of the only time I stopped treating you with respect is when you did some fuck shit. That's the only
Mm,
time I would start treating people,
If
stop treating people with
somebody
respect.
I
if
want to know
somebody
what Trey was going with it, because to me, you can't say we're not trying to fuck our moms, and then when I say and we're not trying to fuck our dads, and you're like, ain't nobody say that you trying to fuck your dad, but you stay doing the statement we're not trying to fuck your moms is like opposing to saying that women try to fuck or have the mental capacity
never
to
said
find love
anything
with
about
men.
y'all.
That's what
I
I'm
never said
saying.
anything. No,
That's what
no,
he
no.
that's what
That's
he
not what
had.
I said. That's not was my intention. That's not even where I was going with it. The original statement that is always made in these type of conversations, well, your mama black, or you got a mama. Why you treating them like that? Because that's not where that energy goes. My mother has a certain level of respect. My mother is over here on this pedestal. Here's
Mm-hmm.
the pedestal for the woman that I want to be my wife. She goes here. The fun time bitches that I just like to fuck, they go down here. They get under the table. They get
So
and they're hold
in
up,
general, just in
wait,
general,
wait. No, 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 wait. I'm
I'm
not.
saying,
Let
I'm
me,
saying in
let me. No, no, no,
general.
no, 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 no. Let me
I'm
finish
no,
the
I'm
statement.
saying in
Let me.
general. I'm just compartmentalizing what you're
This is why
saying.
you
I'm
can't.
breaking.
But you can't get what
No,
I'm saying if you don't let me finish. If you don't let me
I'm
finish, I can't
breaking
give you
down
what
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying piece by piece, so I understand what you're saying. You're saying that no other woman is going to get the same energy or same viewership or point or whatever like you give your mother. That's literally what you're saying. That's I'm just breaking it down. That's why. That because you say you can compartmentalize different women. Your mother's up here and everybody else is here.
No, no, no. Her position up. I'm not saying she's higher than anybody else. My mother is over here in her own box. She gets her own type of love. She gets her own type of attention. She gets her own type of respect.
Mm-hmm.
That is mama
Mm-hmm.
land over there in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
There
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
ideal girl. She ain't higher or lower. She's over here in this different pocket of my mind. There
Mm-hmm.
are there's the bitches that I don't like to fuck, the bitches I don't like to fuck, the bitches that I have fucked. They all have their own places. Now, those
Mm-hmm.
people in those spaces have either earned their places in those spaces or I place them in those spaces, and they can be interchangeable. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it. There's no comparison my mom to the bitches that I fucked in the past that I don't want to fuck no more. No, they don't even go in the same sentence. We keep
Right.
that shit separate. So
So
for
here,
women,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry.
so
I
for
just have a
women to go
question.
back to try to refer that, that's one of my little pet peeves. You try to refer, oh well, your mama this, your mama that. We not talking about my mama. My mama ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm gonna respect my mom. That's
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
me personally, but
And that's
Jews in
the
general
word.
are gonna
That's the
respect
word
their
right
mom.
there. That's the
But
word right there.
there's a different type of respect for the chick that's gonna be the lady that's gonna be my wife. There's the
Mm-hmm.
lady who's the jump off that I fucked for 8 years. There's the ex-girlfriend who, they all have their different spots. And they've
Mm-hmm.
earned the level of respect, love, hate, discourse, disdain, and not talked to. They've earned those slots. And like I said, they're
Mm-hmm.
interchangeable. The only person that ain't is my motherfucking mama, my sister, my cousins, the people that I'm not messing with. Now, the people that do that, they got some incestual shit going on. They can put their mama in that mix. I don't know. But majority, I dare say majority men out here compartmentalize our relationships with women. So if you getting put in that space, you did something to
Mm-hmm.
get put yourself in that space.
Okay, so here's the thing. I understand what you're saying from from your point of view. However, the difference is that there are men, and I'm not going to say that that it's all men who don't have respect for women off the jump, like off rip. It does not matter what position they play. It doesn't matter, what I'm saying, what if it's their girlfriend, if it's their baby mama, if it's the jump off. It doesn't matter what role it is. They don't have no respect for women. Period. Period. And they can love their mama and treat
Did it really crash?
Yes, it did.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
Is it? I don't know. It may be back. Well, it's
Wait, are we
showing that
back?
we're back, but
Are we back? Are we back?
I
give
don't
it a
know. It
second.
still says we're
Yeah, we're
live.
back. There it goes.
No, we're back. We're back.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry.
But
so
let's go back to the topic at hand here because we veered off a little bit. Um, Dating without the parental guidance. That's what the main point is. Was him saying, I personally will not date a woman who doesn't have a father figure in her life. Therefore, for everyone, do you agree, not agree, can see why, where he's come, like, could you date a man who doesn't have a mother figure in life, and could you date a woman who doesn't have a father figure in life?
Yes, dated them before.
yeah,
Because
I've dated them before.
I mean,
Hmm.
dated them. I mean, everyone is based off their own experiences. I mean, whether you had a parent there or not, you can still treat people differently than how you've already experienced it. Because some people may not have a father and want to treat somebody better, or based on the kind of relationships they dealt with. So it all depends. I don't
Mhm.
prejudge nobody. I've dated all walks of life. I'm not picky. I give everyone a chance.
Uh, I am picky, but yes, I've dated them.
You
Did
don't say.
I've never hidden that. Like it is what it is. I'm very picky, but
Mhm.
yeah, I've dated them. But if you start showing different types of, and it's not even necessarily because you have no father figure or anything like that, but you have lack of respect for yourself that what should have been instilled in you by some man. I'm not going. You're for fun. You've been compartmentalized to be the bitch that I'm gonna fuck. And that's it. You are for fun time only. If you show certain, I'm not saying if you don't have a father figure, if you show certain traits that puts you in that position, you've earned that position. You are just for fun. That's it. That's it. I'm just fucking you for fun. So
Again, again, this is based off of your perspective. I think the problem that we have is that it's really a generalized. You said what?
that's what Candace asks, our perspective.
Okay, I get it. I'm just saying. I think the biggest issue though, the big issue is that it's more generalized for men to not show any respect to women in general. Like I think honestly, it doesn't matter if you don't have a father figure, it doesn't matter if you don't have a mother figure or whatever the case may be. It's the type of person that you are at this point of your life determines whether or not I want to date you. Like you said, Trey, depending on whatever type of characteristics you have, your mannerisms, however you act.
Mm.
Because I didn't learn, a certain way from my father. So
So the father figure could, I mean, the father figure, but
something is happening.
I mean, what's happening?
did we lose
On like the screen is green. Like we're not.
you? It's green
Sure.
on my phone, but not on. I mean, on my iPad, but it's not on TV. Oh, now it's green.
Yeah.
Facebook is still running.
Yeah, Facebook
Sorry,
may have
guys.
crashed, but
Yeah, so let's
But
go ahead and do this. Let's transition over to the last 5 minutes. Thank you guys for joining us here on Blur's Kinkazoid.
on show.
Let's go ahead. My bad. I'm trying to speed through this. We know we got a green screen. If you still hear me, come on over to our Discord. We can continue the conversation there for our last 5 minutes because we just had some technical difficulties. But no point in trying to restart it now. It's your boy Trey Proper. Y'all know where to find me. Go ahead, say your words so we can get it. Go.
Yep,
do sir.
it's Sugar Royal. You can find me on TikTok and IG as Royal_KP because I've learned from my co-host that branding is a thing, and so uniformity is what it is.
Your boy Dragon Chills here. You catch me everywhere that you can find Dragon Chills at. There you go.
All right.
I don't even know if y'all can hear me or
Yes.
whatever.
We
So
can hear you.
Jenny Tay Sweet, I guess. So yeah.
All right.
Okay.